Hi, and welcome to our show. This is JaqJaq.
And this is PaqPaq.
And we're here reviewing Falling Skies Season 3, Episode 7, StrangeBrew. And this one really started out kind of strange. It almost looked like a flashback with Tom Mason back home with his wife, I believe her name was Rebecca, and the kids.
Here's the thing, you know it wasn't a flashback.
No, it wasn't a flashback, but it looked like it at first, right?
Oh, until you saw their youngest kid.
Matt?
Yeah, because he looked older.
Yes, he looked as old as he is at this point in the show.
No, he looks older. He looked older.
But the point is that he didn't look as young as he was when the show actually started 3 seasons ago. Or 2.5
And everyone was
ago.
asking, like, the same question. Boston, if I'm correct?
It was
New York.
Boston, New York, Chicago, or Jacksonville.
Everyone was asking him this question. And no one knowed why.
Well, in the beginning, it was obvious they were trying to discover where the Vulm was going to attack.
But then...
That's right, but then...
What's funny is how it's, like, ripped off of this, like, memory thing. And actually in that weird thing to try and get that information, the first one, you actually saw a picture when, like, the Tom Mason, that one's, like, looked in the mirror, and you see how he was right then. He's like, boom, and he's like...
He's kind of like looking at himself like, you dummy.
And, like, everybody that he knew were, like, all weird. And also, the only one actually not asking him that one question with the 4 seats was Colonel Weaver, where he's like, wake up,
the end is
near.
He's holding a sign saying the end is near, which I think was part of really his subconscious trying to tell him, you need to wake up, you need to get out of this. I liked the way Pope was. Pope was interesting as a philosophy professor. Still basically his same character, just being a professor, which I thought was very interesting.
Being a teacher.
Being a teacher.
Tom Mason was as well.
Yes. Well, Tom Mason was a teacher before. Remember, he was a history professor.
Which he was in this.
Which, again, he was here. But it was interesting to see all the different people in the different roles. Karen was a police officer.
Anne was someone that he didn't know.
Anne was someone he didn't know, but supposedly was the girl he was having an affair with. We saw Colonel Weaver's daughter as his receptionist.
You saw Tom
Andrew
Mason's
was
wife.
the dean.
You saw Tom Mason's wife that you never see.
So you saw a lot of different things. What? Can't hear you. You gotta be louder. I can't hear what you're saying. See, the director thinks I can read lips, and I can't. But so there was a lot of interesting things.
I like the second version though. He's like, roll out the maps, and then because Colonel Weaver said that, he's like, roll out the maps. Tom Mason brought out a gun and went like, boom.
Well, that definitely destroyed the image of the fact of what they were trying to portray. But it also made it, I mean, come on, Tom Mason burst into a room. He technically at this point would be a nobody because he's resigned as president. There's no reason why he'd need to be in a planning strategy meeting. And then, of course, the obvious part that the 4 maps that were there were the 4 city choices. So.
And also, Tom Mason shooting Colonel Weaver.
Mm-hmm. So, and then they show Anne supposedly dead. I don't think so. Do you think that was a real thing? Do you think Anne is really dead, the baby's really dead, or that was just another thing, a ploy to show Tom?
Captured. They're captured and being sleeped.
Right, I still think that was a ploy to just show Tom. So, Anne, I believe, still alive. We'll find out in later episodes. Because we've only got, what'd they say? This was 7, so we really only have 3 episodes.
No.
They said 2, but I think they mean next week's episode and then 2 more is what I think that they meant the way they said.
But the last one they said 3 episodes remaining.
They said this is what's happening next week and then there's only 3 episodes left. So maybe I'm wrong.
No, they said 3 more episodes.
Well, we'll
until
find
the season
out.
finale.
We'll find out because it's coming up. President Peralta, Marina Peralta.
I like her role in the.
Well, do you think she's the mole or not a mole? My initial gut feeling has said she's the mole. However, I gotta say, I was feeling kind of convinced with her little speech there with Colonel Weaver at the tree. the freedom tree.
But if you saw in the next episode type thing, which we will get later, I'm just showing a little thing. It said there Tom Mason looked like he was killing people.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to wait till we see what happens there.
And one also thing that we also saw during the episode is that he went back to his old house.
Mm-hmm.
Went up to the room he lived in.
His wife.
And hallucinating his wife. And you actually saw the shield go on. The shield looks like a giant spider web over the earth.
Mm-hmm. And then it went back down.
No, it's still activated, but it turned invisible.
Well, that may be the case, but I thought it just kind of powered up and powered down for some reason. But you're right. Maybe it just vanished, and turned invisible. But the Vom better get their weapon going, which I think was the point of next episode, because it looked like Cochise was there and they were talking about what's going on.
Well, actually, the whole point of the city is to figure out where the Vom was going to attack.
Right.
Luckily, Tom Mason was smart enough that something wrong was going on.
Now that Hal's back, I hope Maggie doesn't want to go to the front of the line, because I like her character. I don't want to see her just, bite it, because she's got a vendetta against Karen now.
Everyone knows she's doing this with Hal.
Well, they're doing it right on the screen. It's not a secret. And then we only briefly saw Lourdes, who we know is a mole. I did have an interesting thought. Lourdes, of course, being the chief medic now, chief doctor. She's also the one in charge of de-harnessing the kids. Makes you wonder, is she really doing what she's supposed to be doing, considering that she's the mole as well?
Or if someone's making her doing that.
Or if someone, well, obviously the Hispani are making her do that, so to speak. They control her with them bug eyes.
Okay, I'm confused.
The bugs that are in her.
Oh, no, I know that,
Hispani.
but how there's the Infinity.
I don't know. So I guess the bugs make them susceptible to being told what to do by the Hispani. I'm not really entirely sure. So, but we'll find out maybe. Maybe they'll let us know. I mean, we have learned quite a bit about the harness, how the harness goes on, and controls the kids.
And it's funny if you watch the first season, they have those inside of them. The kids that they harness.
You mean the skitters? The skitters have those inside them.
They're called the Infinis.
The Hispani are the fish head leaders.
Oh.
The skitters are all the different people they've enslaved.
Yeah, the skitters are basically the kids and stuff that they enslaved that turned into them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're actually kids being controlled.
They had lots of, head stuff.
You probably think they're a whole new alien race. No, they're actually humans.
Mm. But, so we're going to definitely see what happens next week, because we love this show.
Not as much. I love it more than you do.
I don't think so.
Yes, you do.
No. What makes you think you love it more? Gone! Right? Do you even know what that's from?
No.
See, that's why I love the show more.
Where is that from? What is that from?
That's from, that's actually from Star Trek, which has absolutely nothing to do with this. It's just that...
Is it from one of the 2 movies I watched?
Well, it was in the second J.J. Abrams movie. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
What? Second?
Actually, it didn't, Spock yelled Kong. After James T. Kirk dies. Anyway, we're going back to our show. I did like the after they took off the mask. It was another altered reality, and the mask was still on. Made him think.
And then they took it off again, which was the real time.
Right.
Or this might still be all a dream, trying to figure that out.
Until he gets back. Well, I think next episode he gets back to Charleston, in which case, of course, this guy's got to walk like everywhere, and months have got to pass. He's all the way up in Boston. He's got to march back to Charleston.
No.
That's a long ways.
No, he's going to attack a ship, drive the ship, crash it into Boston.
Or at least drive a car or something. It's a long distance. But
no, I always get this confused with Revolution, thinking that they have no cars. You can see all those cars like boom.
Well, that's because Revolution has no power.
But then all the cars you see like flipped over, destroyed, so it looks like it's like Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually is the revolution of aliens.
That's right. So
aliens versus humans.
So So we're gonna start. Yeah.
AVN.
AVH.
H.
AVH.
We're
We're gonna
stay with Monsters Super
I know.
Aliens.
We're gonna start wrapping this up.
MVN.
So final thoughts on this episode.
We haven't talked. Oh yeah, we should. Okay. Tom Mason's gonna kill everyone. Tom Mason's going to Infinity. Tom Mason destroying the shield, and that's at the end. Wait, season 3, he destroys the world. Season 4, he destroys the world.
It sounds
There
very
you go.
familiar. Like Wesley gets the ship in trouble. Wesley saves the ship.
Wait, what?
No, really, it's okay. We loved your character.
Whoa, who's Wesley? Which one I even know?
Well, Wesley Crusher, son of Dr. Beverly Crusher on Starship Enterprise. Star Trek Next Generation was played by Will Wheaton, who you know from Tabletop.
Wait, Will Wheaton was on Star Trek?
Will Wheaton was on Star Trek. As a matter of fact, if you watch the latest one, there's Star Trek Catan, they do he's on with Jerry Ryan, another Star Trek alum, although a different one, and they do this little thing where it's like, okay, pretend, ready? No, he gets it back for a second. No, you're ready? All of a sudden we got hit. Whoa! Yeah. Okay, all right. So,
Will Wheaton, if you're watching this, make us a movie for us.
well, he's been in lots of stuff. So, as a matter of fact, he
What
was way
Tabletop?
back
Make
when.
a movie for us.
Don't
With
go
us on it.
Tabletop. I like Tabletop. Don't do that.
Okay.
Way
make
back
a
when he was
mo-
in a movie called Lean on Me. Where he was only,
Make a game
lately he's
based
been
on us.
Make a game. No, we have to play a game and invite us.
Yes.
But if you're going to be this goofy, he's not going to invite you. All right. Anyway, we're going to be looking forward to next week's episode on Falling Skies. We'll have another review right here, so make sure that you have clicked below and subscribed.
No. To go on the computer. Drive.
You want to make sure you've subscribed, then you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and all of that fun stuff, right? Until
Everyone will listen to the last game, though.
until next time,
Like us, follow us,
right, we did all
subscribe,
that.
blah,
Right
blah,
there.
blah, blah, blah.
So, until next time, we're going to say goodbye, and remember, Will, invite us to play games with you
Me.
and whatnot. Yeah, then we'll really like you as movies instead of only partial like you.
So we all subscribe,
I mean, if we
subscribe,
get to actually
subscribe,
go,
follow you and like.
If we get to actually go, maybe we'll like him when he's on like Big Bang Theory or something. We'll actually think he's pretty cool instead of just he's another.
He has been on Big Bang Theory.
I know,
too.
but we'll really love him if he lets us come to Tabletop and play. Otherwise, maybe we'll only just like him. Anyway, till next time, we're gonna say bye.
Bye.